A SOC lead asks one simple question: who owns the noisy sign-in rule? The analyst says, security operations. The engineer says, detection team. The ticket points to a team mailbox. Nobody is wrong. Nobody is accountable. So the rule keeps firing. Analysts keep closing the same alerts. A cleanup sprint drops the noise for 2 weeks, then it creeps back. That is what a SIEM detection tuning scorecard fixes, not by magic, by making ownership, review, and next action visible. A SIEM detection tuning scorecard is a shared tracking artifact for detection rules. Plain English, it is a table that says which SIEM rules are firing, how noisy they are, who owns each one, when each was last reviewed, and what happens next. This assumes your team already knows how to label true positives and false positives. We are not reteaching that here. In NIST-style framing, the scorecard supports detect and respond functions by making detection performance measurable and managed. It turns tuning from an occasional cleanup into an operating process. The scorecard is not the SIEM itself. It is the control surface for keeping SIEM content healthy. Life before a tuning scorecard is messy. A bad rule gets attention only after analysts complain. Someone tweaks it. The dashboard looks better. Then the owner changes roles, the environment changes, or a new log source lands. The rule starts firing again. Nobody notices until alert volume hurts the queue. The bigger problem is trust. When analysts see the same low-value alert every shift, they stop respecting the SIEM. They rush triage. Good detections get buried beside weak ones. A scorecard solves the management failure behind the technical noise. It gives every important rule a named human owner, current metrics, and a next action that can be challenged in a meeting. Build the scorecard as one row per detection rule. Start with the rule name, written exactly as it appears in the SIEM. Add a named owner, not a team mailbox, not a group channel, a person. Then add fire rate, usually alerts per day, week, or month. Add false positive rate, based on your existing labeling process. Add last reviewed, so stale rules stand out. Add next action, using clear words: keep, tune, suppress narrow condition, enrich, split, rewrite, retire, or investigate data quality. Keep the columns boring. Boring is good. The value is not fancy formatting. The value is one shared view of rule health and accountability. Here is a common SOC story. A cloud identity rule fires 420 times in a week. The false positive rate is 93%. Most alerts come from expected administrative automation, but a few real cases have appeared before, so the rule cannot just be deleted. The scorecard row names the rule owner, Priya, detection engineer, last reviewed 74 days ago. Next action, tune known automation and add identity context. On Thursday, the review meeting starts with the top noisy rules. Priya explains the plan, the SOC lead asks for a due date, and the row is updated. 2 weeks later, the fire rate drops, the false positive rate improves, and the rule stays watched. The strength of the scorecard is pressure. It makes noise visible. It shows stale review dates. It exposes rules with no owner. Those are usually the rules that rot. It also helps leaders make better choices. If a rule fires often and catches real incidents, it may need better enrichment, not removal. If a rule never fires and has no owner, it may be dead weight. But the scorecard does not tune anything by itself. It does not prove a rule is correct. It does not replace detection engineering skill. It also fails if it is filed away. A private spreadsheet nobody reviews is just documentation. A shared scorecard with owners is an operating control. The tuning scorecard sits beside the SIEM, not inside one specific product. It uses SIEM alert data, case outcomes, and analyst labels to manage detection quality. It should connect to the case queue, because alert handling tells you whether a rule helps or hurts. It also fits with detection lifecycle work: create, test, deploy, monitor, tune, retire. UEBA can feed the same conversation. If behavior analytics creates high-volume anomalies, those detections also need owners, fire rates, false positive rates, review dates, and next actions. The scorecard gives security operations, detection engineering, and management one neutral language. It keeps the debate about evidence, not opinions. To start, do not boil the ocean. Pull the top 20 SIEM rules by alert volume for the last 30 days. Add the required fields: rule name, owner, fire rate, false positive rate, last reviewed, and next action. If the owner is unknown, write unowned. Then fix that first. Every rule needs a named owner before the scorecard is useful. Share it where analysts, rule owners, and SOC leadership can see it. Then schedule a recurring review, often weekly for noisy environments or bi-weekly for stable teams. Learn 3 skills: reading alert metrics, writing clear next actions, and asking owners direct questions without turning the meeting into blame.
Recap in 3 beats.
First, a SIEM detection tuning scorecard is the artifact that makes rule health visible. Rule name, owner, fire rate, false positive rate, last reviewed, and next action. Second, the artifact only works when shared and reviewed. The recurring meeting is what turns rows into accountability. Third, any rule without a named owner is a future mess. Team mailboxes do not tune detections, people do. Build the first version small, review it on a schedule, and keep it boring enough to maintain. Subscribe for a new Security Tools Decoded episode daily, plus the daily ranked CVE brief on this channel.